I'm Regina Hill, and I'm here today to advertise Juneteenth Rebooted, which has been for the last 8 years at least 3 days of event in Bremerton, Washington. There's also another organization that has a picnic at Evergreen Park that has been going on much longer than the Juneteenth Rebooted. So the reason we have two celebrations is because a Robert Body of an organization called CLCA was one of the original founders of the celebration at Evergreen Park. He passed last year, so we're really trying to make this year be a year where both events are supported. So on Monday, June 12th until Monday, June 19th, excluding Saturdays and Sundays, there's a wonderful cultural display which will explain the history of the Juneteenth celebration. So we're encouraging people to go to that one, and at your leisure, just look at the wonderful information we'll have on display there.
And that's at the Norm
Dick Center, and you can have access to the building from 9:30 until 4 o'clock. They're closed Saturday, Sunday, and of course on Monday for the holiday. But on Monday, June 19th, we're gonna do the reading of the proclamation and a prayer vigil outside of the Norm Dick Center, and that's the final event. On Saturday, the 17th, for the third year in a row, Total Nutrition has been a sponsor of a fitness and mental health fair. That event will be from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock. Then my favorite event is the Sunday Father's Day program. Last year, our honored guest was a Mr. Jerry Hurd, and for those of you who don't know, Jerry Hurd is the most senior African American teacher in the Central Kitsap School District. It was a wonderful event because what we do is we induct people into what we call the Hall of Fame of Elders. Our first inductee was Robert Body, who became the King of Juneteenth. Our second inductee was Miss Sherry Rochelle, who became the first Princess of Juneteenth. Her husband, who is also deceased, was our first Prince of Juneteenth, and Jerry Hurd was our first village elder. And I'll pass this over because I am so happy that Mr. Carl Jacobson, who is probably the oldest member of the NAACP in Bremerton, Washington, and I am most appreciative of the efforts that he does with young disenfranchised children. For years, he has been a math tutor and supported the STEMs in the African American community. And we know that we're lacking children in that area. So please listen to Carl. He talks more than me, but he's very knowledgeable. And I will also end with, I'm privileged. One of the reasons I helped with the Lily Mae Walker Park is because of Miss Diane Robinson, who was Bremerton's first female city council person. She also had a historical society, so I met her, and that's why I love history. I love people of all cultures, so please come and support our event as well as the others. So Carl, don't be humble, and just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you plan to do on Father's Day here at the gallery.
I'm going to be doing a presentation making the connection between the Juneteenth anniversary and the June 26th anniversary of the adoption of the African National Congress Freedom Charter. And the African National Congress Freedom Charter was the guiding document behind the revolution in South Africa, which led to the transition from apartheid to democracy in that country.
So thank you so much, Carl. I'm so happy to have you be the second village elder for Juneteenth Rebooted. And in short, you have a rich history of how, unfortunately, racism is global and how we can unite with our enemies for a good cause. So in short, Juneteenth for a third year is a federal holiday. We hope that our events, Juneteenth Rebooted, bring together a collective group of people who can agree to disagree or at least celebrate the holiday.